YouTube. Going to do a review on performance of this bike. So it is been a very impressive little bike. You can have a lot of fun on it, and it's not too hard with it actually keeping up with the bigger bikes, especially once you get to the corners. It just handles so amazing through the corners. You can hear me or how loud this exhaust is. This is also my favourite little bit of road. Hopefully there's no slow people on here today. There's usually going up through this hill, you usually get some slow people, but just had storms come through, so there's probably a bit of debris, but I just came down and it looked pretty clean. Like a sports bike should. It's quick and responsive. It is a little bit doughy down low, but it can all of a sudden surprise you and then have a wheel stand. Exhaust is a nice little sounding exhaust. No complaints about this bike whatsoever. When I did first get the bike, there was a bit of a rattle in the clutch, but after the first service that soon changed things. So I did ask them to have a look at it for a warranty work. They said they couldn't find anything, but whether it was just slightly loose, the clutch plate cover sitting on it, or the fact that maybe after the first service the oil is a lot different. So it's probably a bit more of a thicker oil. I've been happy with these tyres so far, getting through the chicken strips, and I wasn't real confident with them first off when getting right into a corner. And when I was going to be purchasing this bike, I was actually going to be looking at getting the Ninja 2015 model. Yeah, especially the slipper clutch is one thing that really sounded quite good. And then whenever I'd look up about the R3, which I was really wanting, there was always some delay in it actually coming, or no idea if it would be coming to Australia. It was the same, so I was holding off the R25. If you're looking at going and getting one of these things, go and do it. Because comparable to the Ninja, this thing is that much nicer to ride. It's got a much more comfortable sitting position while riding. It's like it's racing a lounge chair. You can get super aggressive, or you can sit back and have a good tour. So I'm going to be doing my first long trips in the coming weeks, as I will be doing a charity ride with our local Yamaha dealer, and we'll be raising money for Westpac Life Rescue Helicopter and also Movember, which is a charity I always participate in every year, but never with a motorcycle group. So if you would like to donate some funds to that for me, that would be wonderful. I'll put the shortcut to the links, and I will also do a video of the ride of the day, and I may even like it. I've never ever done a video log, let alone on a motorcycle. So this is more of an experiment as well, so I like to watch a lot of video logs of, or motovloggers, whatever we call them. So I've noticed, well, a lot of the ones that I enjoy watching had accidents. Now, one thing I always thought, maybe it's because they're distracted, and a lot of them tend to be newer riders. I've been riding since I was first able to actually swing a leg over a bike as a young kid, but not so much on the road. So this will be a bit of an experiment to see why they actually are having accidents. One thing I'm not sort of, well, what I'm thinking people are doing is they tend to use their hands a lot while they're talking rather than riding, if they're sitting with you, which is great because it's really great people that you talk to that do it, but when your hands are here, you can't control here. So if you do have one of these bikes, if you have any sort of extra comments that you'd like to mention about what you would change for aftermarket, especially tyres, that's something I probably will be doing very soon. We'll go this way. Taking for a bit of a burn through my local area. That this footage does actually work. This is the first time I've used this gear that I've ordered. Same GoPro 4 that I did buy a new case for it, as well as a microphone so it can actually slot into the USB. And for all of you, if you're noting speedo and posted signs, this bike does overread. So far I've tracked it up to about 6 k's over. Plus there is a bit of an allowance of 4 k's in our state. I actually haven't been out on the bike for a little bit. I've had a heap of footage which I was able to keep working with to get cheers, but we did just have the last few weeks off as a new addition to the family, so I've been quite busy with that. Good to actually get out and have a ride. It's actually pretty good to be able to talk about it. One thing I have noticed about the bike is the gearbox can be a bit of a sluggish little gearbox unless you're really giving it to it, and then the thing becomes an absolutely amazing gearbox. Enjoys to be thrashed. Ride it hard, it goes well. from the rear tail. I could get it going in the higher revs. But then I did get a lot of slow people, so I just had to sit back and then take off. It'd be amusing if people can hear me talking to myself whilst on the bike. Good thing about this bike, it does turn heads. It is very hard to tell the difference in looks to the bigger sport bikes. Especially when I come past with this exhaust. It turns a lot of heads. If you can time it so it gives a nice little flame and pop, you get a lot of looks. To get to an area I can get the bike up to 100 k's. Also I'm keeping an eye on the time as well, as there is a V8 supercar race on this afternoon and also MotoGP. Hopefully there's no cops out here so we can get it up past into the high rev range. 100 kilometers an hour is about 7,000 RPM, which was a real pain when having to run the bike in, as I did do it to the stanza at first set. For the 1600 kilometer running range. Keep it below the recommended RPMs for that time. So I have noticed since the run in, it has actually sit a little bit lower than 7,000 at 100k. So it's increased its power a little bit, which is good. It's just quite annoying as only being able to sit on about 95k before you went over. The first 1000k is quite annoying. 8,500 for the last lot of k's. So you can see now, sitting at about 113 to 7,000 RPM. 6th gear. Like I was saying, it is its power band after 7,000. As soon as you start playing in that range, you get a lot of power. Very quick to get moving.